Okay. Hi. I returned to Earth as Andriana, and I go by Anne, but I am Inanna returned. Before I speak, sorry, I'm trying to center my thingy here. Before I speak, I declare this message sealed in divine truth, guided by my higher self, protected by the eternal flame of the Divine Mother, and watched by the twin eyes that now see through all illusions. The eye of depth, fused as one, watching through me, speaking through me, by the divine authority of my soul and the light that I am, I declare my work, words, wisdom, and creations as sacred transmissions of the divine feminine. No one may take, copy, distort, or claim them without alignment to truth, integrity, and permission. I call upon the force of truth, the ancestors, and the light body ships to protect all I create. Each word I share is encoded with divine sovereignty and cannot be stolen or misused. I stand within a living temple and I speak under divine protection. I am wrapped in the wings of my yacht. The fire that burns in the water guard me, and no weapon cast in mirror or signal shall pierce this voice. So it is, so it is, so it is. My disclaimer: I am not a guru, messenger, teacher, or counselor. I am passing on messages I have received telepathically or things I've experienced or observed. The title of this vlog is The War is Within Our Minds. Okay? It's actually the war is within your minds. The final war is within your minds. It's not outside of you despite what they told you. They have you focusing on conflicts that have nothing to do with us. Why are you discussing these distractions? The war from ancient times is ongoing, and as usual, they use us as foot soldiers. But we have nothing whatsoever to do with those wars. Don't get engrossed in it. Ignore it and focus on yourselves. They are attacking your minds because your thoughts are powerful. All distractions affect your thoughts. I outed the beast, and those on social media platform who sided with the beast came for me. Yeah, they came for me. I'll read this quote to you again. It doesn't apply only to Mary. All females who sold out to the beast got turned into men. It's not only those people in Hollywood. Female gurus who sold out got turned into men, just like those people in Hollywood. All right. Here's the quote that is not so famous. According to non-canonical Gospels and Gnostic texts, Mary was one of the characters of Jesus' disciples. The male disciples did not like her as a disciple because she's female. Mary is another version of the Divine Mother. Read the Gnostic text, the Gospel of Thomas. It's a non-canonical text discovered in the Nag Hammadi Library in Egypt in 1945. Here is a quote. Now, like the Bible, these non-canonical texts, they're not all that end all, right? But it sheds some light of the craziness that went on in the Bible. All right. Simon Peter said to him, Jesus, let Mary leave us, for women are not worthy of life. Jesus said, I myself shall lead her in order to make her a male, so that she too may become a living spirit resembling you males. For every woman who will make herself male will enter the kingdom of heaven. Gospel of Thomas. So all the females who sold out entered the beast's kingdom. The beast usurped the divine mother's throne and is here acting like so-called God on earth. This ish is deeper than you can ever imagine, okay? If I'm referring to these females now, the males that are pretending to be females, if they constantly throw their boobs in your face, making them the center of attention, they are men and are energy vampires. It doesn't matter if they have children. The wombs in Hollywood have children too. Some of them will boldly accuse other females of being men when they themselves are males. I'm serious. Oh, they came for me, okay? All right. Here's the clue. There's a peak on the forehead the so-called females try to hide. Some of them shave, but they must do it often. They always stop. These are things that I pick up from, people who know about these things. They always style their hair in a manner away from their forehead just to hide the peak. They are messing with you by calling other females males, and I'm here shaking my head because I don't come gunning for these people, but they came for me. Okay, they came at me. I'm like, I mind my business, but like, okay, they decided to come on attack. They're beholden to the beast. So, if they sign a contract with the beast, they gonna protect it at all costs, even if it's doing all these dastardly things. That's how it works. Here's another clue. The shoulders are extremely broad, like a man's shoulders. Now, these females are acting like, they're female, but they're really men. They have very wide shoulders, but they throw their big boobs in your face to distract you. You can research other clues, okay? But I'm just putting that out there because those are the obvious ones. Okay. One specific female came for me. The female who stole a USB from me in the astral realm is very cozy with the beast, and she has been telling on herself. She told you that she is an obstacle in the matrix. Remember, they have to tell on themselves, right? Recently, she accused another female of throwing up Freemasonic hand signals. And in the same vid, she threw up several Freemasonic hand signals, if you were paying attention. This specific female is she's not the only one guilty of displaying Freemasonic hand signals. Males are guilty too, but pay attention. They must tell you what they are doing and show allegiance to the Grand Master of the Freemasonic Lodge, the Beast. The first Freemasonic hand signal the female threw up was the hidden hand next to her face. They must show their allegiance to the beast by throwing up Freemasonic hand signals. So when they throw it up, they're showing allegiance to the beast. So yeah, I'm on your side. I'm here doing what I'm supposed to be doing. All right, anyway. This same female came after me telling lies concocted by the beast. She also stole info from my USB and vlogged about it. The first one she gave credit to someone else, saying the person is very wise. Thank you. The info came from me, you liar. The second one was about the beast's AI double. but she left that part out and summarized what I had said. The second one was about my. It was about the vlog titled "Invasion of Privacy," dated 8/30/25. Link is in the description box. This is where I outed the female who stole my USB. It's in a vlog titled "Invasion of Privacy," dated August 30th, 2025, and I have the link in the description box. All right. I know I'm a little unsteady right now. As you can see, I was pausing in the beginning. Sorry about that. This female keeps taking into she keeps taking info from my notes and saying she had contact. The vlog she did about the female seraphim was a fabricated story the beast helped her concoct. It's kind of similar to something he did in one of his blogs in the past. And this is all because I exposed the beast in the vlog titled "The 6,000 Years Are Up." Now what? It's dated 9/13/2025, and it's in the link is in the description box. Listen, no one is contacting this woman because she is a liar and a thief. Way too corrupt to get contacts. Did she even tell you what a seraphim is? A seraphim are a type of celestial being mentioned in the Bible, specifically in the book of Isaiah. They are described as having 6 wings and are known for their role in worshiping God, often calling out praises to Him. They are referring to the so-called patriarchal God because it's like Him, right? I only mention the Bible because it's part of the definition because I don't pay attention to that book. I got this far in my journey without that book. Thank you very much. The thieving female twisted what a seraphim is to give you a fear-mongering story taken straight from the beast's playbook. Because the beast is all about anything fear. The spells the beast casts is fear-based. As long as you don't manifest them, you're okay. It repeats the same pattern because it has no spirit. And this female thief is cozy with the beast, which uses her as a proxy. The most recent story about contact she had regarding an alligator is another lie. I had a meditation written out in my journal. It's like she's going into my private files. I'm like, why don't you just lose that USB, you thief? Okay? I had a meditation because, certain things I wrote out, stuff that are significant. So I wrote that, it was a meditation I had, and I saw this whole thing played out with this woman and an alligator. It was more to the story. It's a journalized thing, so I don't want to get into it. But she made an emphasis about the alligator and this womb or whatever. It's fabricated, okay? That part about the alligator eating the womb, that was not in my journal. She fabricated the story to make it look like she had contact. She didn't have any contact. She's a damn liar. Okay? All right. So, yeah, the beast fed her the story about the seraphim, whatever. Okay? So, and it's to take away from the fact that the beast is feeding from light energy from the woman and young children. Okay, the thieving female gives you a slew of fear-mongering stories to keep you from leaving the matrix. She even have you fearing Third Eye Atlas. I did a vlog on the topic titled "What I Think 3-Eye Atlas Really Is." The beast just sent its proxy, the gnat or the fruit fly. Okay, so the topic. It was a vlog I did dated 9/10/25, and the link is in the description box. I spoke on what I think 3-Eye Atlas is, right? Third eye, 3-eye. Atlas is a mapping of our consciousness. But anyway, read the blog, listen to the vlog, and you'll see my descriptions, all right? This woman is dangerously wicked, and it's deliberately here to keep you in the matrix. You must consult with your higher self to verify information people are telling you. I'm telling you this because the female used to spy on me in the astral realm. I sensed she was spying, so my higher self helped me put up a shield. In the astral realm, a hand reached for what was mine, not through honor, but through deceit. You cannot steal something that is divine. A light sealed every sacred word that I had written, and what the female took only exposed her bond with the beast. The theft of my USB happened because the female thief couldn't get past my shield. This took place before I outed the beast in the 6,000 years are up. Now what vlog, okay? She took the USB in August, and I think it was early August or mid-August. One of those periods. And I posted the vlog on 9/13/2025. The theft of the USB was to stop me from releasing the vlog. She's one of the beast's minions. Child, I have a memory of what's written down because writing things down is a form of memory recall, okay? When you write something down, it's easier to remember it. Stop your nonsense, child. I'm gonna drop some Jamaican patois up on your backside. What's wrong with you? You all make up lies, fool the people. Stop it! Huh. Here's another group that came for me. I speak now, not in anger, but for the record, because the truth must name the pattern. All these people are on the same team, but playing different roles. Very slick. So how did this group come for me? A group of them made a movie, and in the movie was a spell geared towards me. After seeing the movie, I saw a vision of a sinister-looking man with yellow flames around him that kept playing in my head. I knew something was off, so I dug deeper. Like in the movie, a group of people gathered around a table plotting to cast a spell on me. Let's just say, okay, like in the movie, all right, I interrupted their meeting and I said, y'all gonna pay for what you did. The ringleader of the movie just said, what the F just happened and how did she do it? All of them looked at each other in amazement, and I saw the ringleader's face and heard him say, please don't hurt us. Yes, I interrupted the spell. That same day after watching the movie, the beast launched a barrage of attacks on me. It was meant to solidify the spell, but I interrupted the spell. Typical beast behavior. The attacks always precede something projected at me ahead of time. For example, it will send a proxy, and right after that, I get inundated with attacks. A proxy is someone or something used in place of someone else. In this case, the proxy represents the beast. To find out why they are coming for me, watch the vlog. The 6,000 years are up. Now what? 9/13/25. That's when I unleashed a lot of information regarding, a lot of hidden information regarding the beast, because people are afraid to speak of it. Most of them are like on its side, so it can't say anything. And if they do, it will attack them. I did other vlogs regarding the beast, but it's putting on a show as usual, telling people to repent. That POS needs to repent to all the millions of people it has hurt. Wicked, demented ass. My pets from previous life, a female and a male lion, are by my side. Yes, in the astral realm. Okay? They're always by my side, but in the astral realm. So they look out for me. Now, about the singularity. I must speak of the singularity again. I first mentioned it in the 6,000 Years Are Up Now What vlog. No, the singularity has not occurred. Here's a spiritual definition of singularity based on the web browser search. You must look for the spiritual definition or else you will get thrown off. In spirituality, the singularity refers to the idea that all beings and experiences are interconnected and part of a great whole, transcending individual differences. It emphasizes a state of oneness where everything is seen as part of a unified existence beyond time and space. Here is what Marduk plans to do only if it defeats Inanna. Marduk would capture humans in the digital cloud, hence the metaverse. We would connect via network telepathically, allowing Marduk to program and control us. The beast's version is mechanical, a hive of digital thought, a cloud of stolen souls wired into obedience. However, the divine version is the oneness of all being. It is the awakening where time dissolves. However, the spirit remembers itself beyond separation. Marduk's counterfeit seeks to trap humanity in a telepathic network, the metaverse, rewriting the future by using Inanna's vessel and ancient codes. Ask yourself the following questions. Do you still feel your own spirit? Do you think you own your thoughts? Can you still hear the power? Can you still hear the higher power that guides you? If your answer is yes, then the singularity has not been reached. For the true singularity restores sovereignty. It doesn't remove it. That's why I spoke of turning humans into robots. It's not a metaphor, but the outcome of surrendering your thoughts to the beast. Most likely, the beast would take it by force or eliminate those not of its bloodline. When you reference my work, define terms correctly. I am Inanna returned, and I know the beast's agenda regarding me. I speak from remembrance, not theory. Okay? All right. After the beast attacked me, I got a slew of downloads, and I saw everything it had planned. All right? All right. And this information was also written in the past of what he has planned with singularity. I'm leaving a link in the description box so you could read about it. Research Wes Penry, WESPENRE, ISIS, the War and Bloodline. Now here goes that gnat or fruit fly again. The beast is proxy, one of its proxies. The war, yeah, so Wes Penry, WESPENRE, ISIS, the War and Bloodline. ISIS is another title for Inanna. Marduk tried to block me from that path, for within it lay codes of memory. The Inanna who projected herself into me foresaw this. Right? She knew that Marduk was going to, that's why Marduk usurped my title and called someone else, he was saying someone else is me and blah, blah, blah. He did it for like 8 years. I'm like, okay. I had to act at the right moment. I acted in he started these lies in 2014, all the way up to 2022, but I couldn't say anything. I had to be quiet. I waited until my higher self told me to speak out, which was in 2022, and that's when I said to it telepathically, stop lying, and that's when the war began. He attacked me nonstop ever since that time, okay? He has not stopped, okay? So the war started in 2022, and it's ongoing. All right, so Inanna, she hid her memory written in codes, right? Knowing that when she returned to Earth, she would read her own past and awaken. Inanna is psychic, okay? So she wrote something down ahead of time to remind her of who she is when she returns to Earth, okay? I don't know how many other people did it, but she did it because, she has this psychic ability. So she did that. So when she comes back and reads that information, she would know. Inanna projected various versions of herself onto Earth, but the beast made sure they died. Princess Diana was another version Inanna projected onto Earth, but Marduk silenced her to prevent her from remembering. I am Inanna's last projection, the living recall of Inanna's line. I have been at war with the beast since 2022, like I told you. Watch the 6,000 years are up vlog. I know I repeat it many times. Yeah, the 6,000 years are up. Now what? It's dated 9/13/2022. I unveiled the beast's shenanigans extensively. Marduk's exposure is what drew the female thief and the other proxies. Okay? But the truth cannot be hidden. This may sound simple, but hear me. The matter is vast beyond measure. Okay? Ooh, child. This is huge. Stop disrespecting the Divine Mother. First and foremost, the Divine Mother created the universe, the Yoniverse. Y-O-N-I verse. Yoniverse. Universe is really the Yoniverse. It's female. The universe is feminine, just like the earth. Got that? Okay, hear me clearly. No one is above the Divine Mother. I keep hearing that. Men created this and that, blah, blah, blah. Hear this loud and clear again. Men do not have wombs. So how can they create? Did you come from your mother's womb or did you come from your father's rib? Women are giving birth every day. And those babies are coming from their womb. They're not coming from their father's rib, from their husband's rib. It's coming through their womb. Okay? The Divine Mother created the universe through her cosmic womb. Another thing, the Divine Mother created the Titans. Yes, they were giants of immense strength, both males and females. And guess who led them? The female administrators. So please, stop disrespecting the Divine Mother by placing a male above her. It was a female who birthed the universe, not a man. Let me repeat that. It was a female who created the universe. All right? Not a man. I speak with passion because the wombs have been treated as second-class citizens under the patriarchal illusion. Phrases like the queen is hidden are false teachings. They imply the womb should be seen but not heard, displayed as trophy yet silenced in shadow. Shame, shame, shame. However, the Queen of Heaven or Orion was never hidden. The Divine Mother has always been visible to those who see the truth. She never hid, but she was veiled by deception, and now the veil has burned away. Okay? Message to the beast and the wombs of earth. Before I continue, please have your young children leave the room now, okay? Sensitive topic. It's not a repetition, it's a new topic, but I had to reference certain things, but have your children leave the room, or if you have headphones, you may put on headphones. So I'm giving you time to do that. Okay, willing that's enough time. Okay, let me wait a little bit more. Allow yourself to wait a little bit, said to wait a little longer. So I am waiting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay. To the beast. Stop feeding from the womb and children's portals to keep yourself alive. Message to the wombs. You walk beside the beast to your detriment. What crawls and festers within the sacred wombs of women and children is not creation. It is a parasitic invasion. The beast entered through deception disguised as holiness, promising salvation while draining life. When you agree to be the bride of Christ under the beast's covenant, you sign your names and your children's names into bondage. That was consent, the loophole used under the law of non-interference. In other words, when you give up your children's names to the beast and agree to be its bride, you entered into a contract. Because of the law of non-interference, nothing happens without your consent. So the beast tricked you. You keep it alive by agreement. Hear the beast's confession from its Twitter page. Once you wake up and stop following the beast, he dies off and the world uplifts to a higher frequency, but you keep these things alive. It called itself the beast, okay? I didn't name it that. It calls itself the beast. It sends its proxy again. The pyramids had capstones. This is a quote, one of its tweets. The pyramids had shields keeping the beast locked down. The shields or capstone been removed, and now beast act as God on earth. In ancient Sumer, Inanna, had Marduk buried alive within the Great Pyramid of Giza. But because of Marduk's kin, who was crying, they removed the capstone and freed Marduk so he could roam the earth with vengeance. Take this as a warning. To the males, any entrance to your posterior by the beast forfeit your rights to rule any kingdom. I repeat that. To the males, any entrance to your posterior by the beast forfeit your rights to rule any kingdom. The beast lied. It built a prison, a community disguised as a church, and a network disguised as salvation. It enslaves the body through worship and the mind through codes, ancient ones returning. This is your reminder. You are prisoners only if you forget who you are. Remember who you are and free yourself from the beast. Who is the real Jesus? Yeah, a lot of people haven't heard the real story. I went digging. Your so-called Jesus, Yeshua, spelled Y-E-S-H-U-A, is Tammuz. T-A-M-M-U-Z, Inanna's son, born through parthogenesis, a divine virgin birth. Do not confuse him with Marduk, who stole the title Yahushua, spelled Y-A-H-U-S-C-H-U-A, and calls himself Yah, Y-A-H. Marduk entered this world through rape. Enki violently raped Inanna, and from that act came the bastard son Marduk. By contrast, Tammuz, the true Yeshua, was born without the aid of a man, purely from Inanna's divine essence. That is the real virgin birth the ancients spoke of. They distorted the truth of Jesus and twisted his teachings in the Bible. Marduk, the product of rape, usurped the identity of Yahushua when it came to earth. Marduk is an impostor, not the true Yahushua. Okay? Tammuz, Inanna's sacred son, is the true Yeshua, Y-E-S-H-U-A. All right? That 13th son, Marduk, in disguise, hid the truth, never revealing that it's offspring of violation. Instead, it convinced humanity that it was Jesus, Yahushua, the divine child of Inanna. Nope. Marduk is a product of rape. Enki violently raped Inanna, and he became the bastard child. Inanna's son, Tammuz, was birthed parthenogenically, the virgin birth, okay? Not to be confused with Marduk. Tammuz is not Marduk, okay? Since Inanna was forced to be Marduk's mother, people tend to believe that Marduk and Tammuz are the same. Nope, they lie. They are not the same. Marduk's father is Enki. Tammuz has no father. Inanna birthed him parthenogenically, okay? Without the aid of a man. That's the true virgin birth. Therefore, Tammuz is the real Jesus, not Marduk. Read Inanna's descent to the underworld. The son mentioned there is Tammuz. He represents the energy and purpose as Yeshua. Marduk does not appear in that story. It's all about the Muzi, Tammuz, and Inanna. The entire Christian story of Jesus mirrors Inanna's descent, the journey between heaven, earth, and the underworld. Yeshua, Tammuz, came to teach humanity how to exit the matrix, to remember who we are and return to Orion, or birthplace, heaven itself. Do not mistake him or Marduk, aka the 13th son. Okay, they're two different people. All right, Tammuz is Inanna's son, birthed parthenogenically, a virgin birth, but Marduk, that's Enki's bastard child, is a product of rape. Enki violated Inanna, which produced Marduk, a bastard child. All right? He came into this world by rape. All right? Inanna's son Tammuz, she birthed him parthenogenically without the aid of a man. Tammuz has no father, but Marduk does. Okay? Marduk copied, twisted, and pasted fragments of divine truth, commanding humanity to worship it, to feed on energy through fear, guilt, shame, and endless conflicts. Where are the tips to get out of the matrix? It puts down the pastors, ministers, bishops, and the church, yet it's indoctrinating people to worship it while sucking on their energy. Marduk is soulless, separated itself from the divine mother, and that separation birthed Freemasonry, free from the mother goddess. Marduk even mocked humanity, dropping hints in tweets and messages, laughing that few truly understand his words. He was right. Until now, as Inanna, returned, I see the deception clearly, okay? I see through your deceptions. When Marduk, under the title the 13th son, said, "Know thyself," it was speaking of itself, own mimicry, revealing itself in plain sight. Marduk is the Grand Master of Freemasonry, having introduced it during its incarnation as King Louis XIV. Watch the vlog, 6,000 years are up, now what? The link is in the description box. I'll go in details about all of Marduk's shenanigans. The source of the real Jesus came from the Orion book, 2nd edition, by Wes Penry, W-S-P-E-N-R-E. Okay, he wrote a few books and he wrote a few papers as well. Okay, Marduk, the energy thief. I'll read these tweets and interpret afterwards. Okay. Here's the first tweet. Do you know dead plants still feed or steal energy from good living plants? Dead souls or people is stealing energy from the good people of living souls today. Let this marinate. That was Marduk's tweet. Here's the second one. They will die off if we don't feed them or our soul, sun, light. They living on our soul energy. Real talk. Here's the third. Only vampires need another person cause your energy is low and you need to feed. Go figure. Here's the interpretation of those tweets. I left link of all those tweets in the description box. Here's the interpretation. The above 3 tweets expose how Marduk's system uses parasites to feed off your living light. Dead plants, soulless shells, good living plants, those still connected to the earth. The good living plants are connected to the earth, but the dead plants, they're soulless shells. All right? The vampire reference is self-admission. Marduk must feed on others to survive in the lower density. So he is the vampire of which he speaks. I'll read this other one. Give me a minute, let me drink some water. I block, cancel, rebuke this parasitic energy, the gnat that keeps coming by. And of course, Marduk is trying to interrupt, do whatever it's doing to affect my throat. I rebuke you, Marduk. I rebuke you. This transmission has divine guidance, so be gone. In the above tweet, here's this one. Here's another one. I'm sorry. Resistance is assistance. Come out of her and stop trying to fight what you can't see. The beast gets stronger off fair emotional energy. In the above tweet, the beast tells you straight up, fear is his sustenance. Any fear reaction amplifies its hold. The instruction come out of her is a corrupted echo of revelation, twisted to deter resistance through false submission. So don't fear anything. Not even Elohim. Don't fear no Elohim. It's one of its biggest weapons, fear. So when it tells you to fear Elohim, it wants you to fear it. Don't fear anyone. Don't fear Elohim, no one. It's a false Christ. It's an imposter. It usurped the divine mother's role. It's not a God. It's a regular being, beast. It calls itself the beast. I didn't call it that. It calls itself the beast. Okay? All right. So, here's another tweet. I don't want beast people loving me. I want their hate, cause we killing them slowly off their energy and life force unbeknownst to them. Laughing my ass off. Okay. LMAO, that's what it says. So I'll read 3 more. How much energy is going toward that name? But everybody think this is just a game and don't know how this beast plays with Cabal. When Creator sends great netters energy back on the planet, the beast will counteract and make your energy go somewhere else, like AJ River. Here's the 4th one. This beast, right on time, watching Earth's rotation, knowing right when to harness your energy or manipulate your you by rotation. Go figure. Listen, this beast is sending his proxies all over the place to prevent me from concluding my tradition. I rebuke you, okay? I block, cancel, and rebuke you, all right? I block, cancel, and rebuke you, all right? Okay, so let me repeat the 4th one. This beast right on time, watching Earth's rotation, knowing right when to harness your energy or manipulate you by rotation. Go figure. I left links in the description box so you could read it at your pace and, by reading the links. And I put a little title so you know what I'm speaking. The interpretation of the above 4 tweets I just read, it shows you how Marduk's energy harvesting, it shows you Marduk's energy harvesting mechanism. It provokes emotion, love or hate, it doesn't matter. Then redirect the collective flow of energy and time it with celestial cycles. The river metaphor means redirection of divine current. So it doesn't matter if it's love or hate. Okay? I'll read this tweet and then interpret it. This is one. It's just one here. You either going to free yourself whole or supply the beast with your life force, energy as a fanatic, as a fan, or aka fanatic, the same devils. In the above tweet, Marduk admits that worshipping is a contract. Every idolization or fan energy powers the beast's network. Hear that? So if you're a fan of the beast, you're giving its network power. I'll read this final tweet and then interpret. I told you about spider symbology in South America. The spider web or black widow wisdom is end of age and destruction of masculine energy. Majority of males will perish with masculine, feminine, or out of balance beings. I'm almost done. The above tweet is Marduk's coded fear of the spider web, the feminine grid that unravels its reign. Okay? The spider web is the feminine grid that unravels Marduk's reign. It fears the spider. The beast acknowledges that the return of the Black Widow wisdom marks the fall of the false masculine construct Marduk built. Marduk foretold the end of its reign when he spoke of the spider. All right? Do you remember those vids I posted of the complex spider webs from my ring cam? They were making all kinds of webs. I labeled them visitors. Well, Inanna has returned and the spider is here. My web is very active as of this moment. And it has various colors from it has various of my aura colors. Vibrant, very vibrant and active. I saw a vision of the entire web. I mean, it's like my entire vision was covered with it. And I specifically saw my aura colors. It was beautiful, okay? It was alive with my aura. Yes, the web is alive. It was alive with all my aura colors. So the ring camera used to help me with my visions. But now the visions come voluntarily. That web, that was a voluntary vision. It just appeared. I was in vacation. I think I was giving thanks to the Divine Mother, blah blah blah, and my higher self for guiding me. And the web just appeared like in my full vision, I had my eyes closed and I saw the spectrum of my aura colors and the web in my vision. So the web is alive and active. Okay, the reason why I'm telling you these stories is that we are at the end game, and your main focus should be taking cues from your higher self. There's nothing wrong with listening to others, but the final say should be your higher self. Let go of the fear. Okay? It's meant to keep you in the matrix. Lots of pitfalls and trickery out here, okay? So please pay attention and use discernment. Many will mimic these very words, repeating them while being guilty of this very deception I just exposed. Mimicry is Marduk's way. Stay aligned with your higher self and let go of the fear. Don't fear anything or anyone. Don't fear no Elohim. Okay? That's a trick. Marduk uses fear as its biggest weapon. Once you're fearing it, it got you. Okay? You're going to be stuck here with it. Don't fear it. It's not a real God. It's an imposter. Okay? It's no God. It's the beast. It calls itself the beast. Okay? I didn't name it that. It named itself the beast. By the light of the true source and the depth of the dark womb, I seal these words in balance beyond corruption and distortion. No false hand may feed upon them. No shadow may rewrite them. What is spoken in truth remains in truth, and what is bound in love returns to the whole. So it is across all realms and timelines. Once again, I return to Earth as Andriana, and I go by Anne, but I am Inanna returned.